So our article starts saying Montag receives a visit from Captain Beatty, the chief fireman. So that's his boss.
Ooh, okay, and it's not a very nice visit because Beatty seems to suspect or think that Montag, our hero, stole a book.
Uh-oh.
Which he did. But of course, if his boss finds out it's true, he could get in trouble.
A lot of trouble. So Beatty, explains to Montag why books were banned. Now, we talked about it yesterday and said they are banned, but we didn't really say why. And in the actual book itself, it's only when Beatty tells Montag that we, the reader, also find out why books were banned in the first place.
So why are books so dangerous? Well, the article says people didn't like the way books contained conflicting facts and information that some people found offensive. So sometimes books tell us things that seem to contradict each other. You know, this says it's true, this says it's not true, and that can confuse people. And of course, some other books have ideas that some people feel are insulting or bad or wrong, so they just said, hey, let's just burn all the books, and none of that information will ever bother everyone again.
Yeah, in fact, some people found these books offensive. Like, hey, you can't say that. It upsets me and my beliefs. If something is offensive, it causes someone to feel upset, angry, or insulted. For example, Jerry apologized to Susan for his offensive remarks. He said something he shouldn't have, so he said sorry.
Like if you call someone ugly, that's offensive, and it could hurt their feelings. Right. All right. Well, Beatty, the boss, says firemen often steal books.
Okay, so Montag's not the first.
That's right.
That's interesting. The article then says, however, they, the firemen, are given 24 hours to read them, but then they must burn them. Or,
really?
Our article says, and then they must burn them.
You have to read very fast.
It's kind of, because firemen, I guess they see books all the time, they're kind of curious, they want to know why they're doing this job.
Sure.
So they're given 24 hours, one day, you can read the book you stole, or as much of it as you can, and then you have to burn it. So he's not in trouble just yet.
Right, but he has to get rid of the books quickly. So Montag convinces Mildred, his wife, to help him read lots of books that night. Remember, they only have 24 hours.
They got a lot of books.
But Mildred soon gives up. Maybe she gets tired or her eyes start to hurt. Anyways, we use the verb convince in that sentence. Convince, C-O-N-V-I-N-C-E. C-O-N-V-I-N-C-E. To convince someone is to use good ideas, good words, to change their mind, to get them to go along with the action, with the plan, with the thing that you want to do. All right? For example, Kevin couldn't convince Jenny to go on a date with him.
Yeah. Never mind, Kevin.
He tried, but it didn't work.
So Mildred, Montag's wife, gives up. And to give up just means to stop doing what you're doing. We could also say quit. Like, I give up. It's either too hard, too boring, not interesting. For example, even though I knew I wouldn't win the race, I never gave up. I still finished the race.
Good
I didn't
for
go,
you, Pat.
That's it, I'm not going to win, so I'll just stop running. I finished it.
Yeah, all right. Well, Montag hears the Hound, a robot dog that helps the firemen track suspects outside. So this is like a robot police officer who's come to his house, and so he's afraid he's going to get arrested or his house will be burned down too.
Yeah, the Hound is a pretty powerful thing. It can smell books, it can get people sent. It's just like a dog, only it's a big one made of metal.
It's an evil robot.
So this is a big problem for Montag because he thinks, well, maybe if I only had one book is one thing. I've got lots.
That's right, he's got a house full of books.
Exactly. So in despair, he remembers meeting an old professor named Faber or Faber. I can never remember how it's pronounced. I'm going to say Faber. But anyway, he is in despair. Montag is in despair. Despair just means a complete loss of hope. You've given up because you've got no hope. It's never going to work out. Montag is in despair because he can't read all these books and he doesn't know what to do.
He could be in big trouble soon.
Yeah. Another sentence could be Pat was in despair as he watched the England soccer team lose another World Cup.
You have to have hope.
I should be used to it by now.
You can't give up hope and surrender to your sadness and your loss
We'll never win.
any good future. And we also talked about Faber being a professor. A professor is a type of teacher, usually the type of teacher you would have in university or college. They are often a doctor of some kind. They know a lot about whatever they are teaching. Professor is spelled P-R-O-F-E-S-S-O-R. P-R-O-F-E-S-S-O-R. For example, the professor wishes the graduating students the best of luck in the future. I guess his students are leaving university to go off and get jobs.
Okay, so Montag has remembered him. He remembers actually meeting him in a park, and then he decides to look him up. So Montag looks him up and gets his help.
Okay.
Now, to look someone up is today's shortcut for you, so let's watch the video and find out what it means.
Sounds good.